Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Ladies and Gentlemen. Ladies and Gentlemen is a game published by Libellude. I'm not sure how you say that company's name. I'm probably wrong. Designed by Loic Lamy. Again, not sure. Sorry if I said that incorrectly. Plays 4 to 10 players in about 30 minutes. I don't think you're going to play it 30 minutes, but it's not very long. You're going to play it in an hour probably, depending on how long you take to role play and all that stuff, which just, I'll talk about later. So effectively what you're doing in Ladies and Gentlemen is you are playing in teams of two. One player is going to be a lady. It's just a role. You can have a dude be a lady be a lady. A dog could be a lady if they know how to play games. It doesn't matter. Just one player is going to take on the role of the lady side. One player will take on the role of the gentleman side. Now, what we're trying to do here is the gentlemen are going to go to work at the stock exchange to fulfill contracts, which are going to earn them some cash money. The ladies are going to go window shopping and eventually decide to go in to find some items that they like, to then have their gentlemen come along to see if they can buy it because they want to go to a fancy ball and look nicer than everyone else. Now the way this works is it's two asymmetric sides, so the gentlemen are going to be doing one thing while the ladies are doing something else, and then we're going to come together, exchange some cards, see if we can buy some cards, and keep playing until 6 rounds are over, see who has the most points. Now, sounds crazy, sounds funky, kind of is, so let's go down the table, check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Alright, so here's a game of Ladies and Gentlemen, all set up for 6 players or 3 teams of 2. Now I'm going to go over setup kind of quickly, and then I'm going to explain the gentleman side, then I'll try to explain the lady side, I'll explain what happens at the end of the round, and I'll explain how you win. Because this is definitely a game that you want more people, the better. So I'm going to just show you how it works to see if you like it. So to set up for the gentleman side, first off, you're going to pick these dividers here. One's going to be the ladies shopping side. One's going to be the stock exchange side. For the gentleman side, each gentleman's going to get $500 face down because the ladies can't know how much money that the gentlemen have. And you're going to shuffle these contract cards here. Flip 3, one behind each of the shields. Doesn't matter what shield they're behind, it's just to separate from, the ladies. You're going to have a current market value over there. And then, based on the 3 100 values, each player is going to randomly take one of those goods. So we have, what's that? Food, coal, and jewels. I'm not sure what they are. And then, based on the number of players, so in this case, a 3-player, 3 gentlemen, you're going to take 5 of these tokens per gentleman, plus a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. You're going to shuffle them all up and put them face down. And that's the gentleman side. On the lady side, each lady is going to get a lady of their color that's going to match their preferred store right here. Then you're going to get 4 of these cards, which are going to be basically each type of card that they can put out behind their store, and that'll make sense when we get there. You're going to shuffle them and give each player a different kind, so they'll have different amounts. And each player will get 1 servant card, which is going to give some extra scoring opportunities at the end of the game, and that will just go face down. And you'll also get 1 of these tokens for all of the stores that are in play. So there's 3-player games. We're using these 3 stores, so we all have those tokens. All the rest of the stuff can be over here on the side for when we need it. All right, so let's just talk about the gentleman side. So at the beginning of the game, gentlemen are going to do the stock exchange thing. The ladies are going to go shopping, and they're going to do that at the same time. But I'm going to show you individually because I can't do it at the same time because it would be madness. So the way the gentleman section works is the gentlemen are going to use one hand. And what they're going to do is they're going to reach into these tokens and they're going to flip them up. And what they are trying to do is they're trying to get the tokens to match these contracts to score money. And if they're the first one to do it, money and some kind of discount, money and points, that kind of thing. So they're trying to do this as quickly as they can to get the stuff, and they're also trying to get a turn order marker, which is going to determine the order that ladies are able to fire off their stuff in their turn when we start buying things and all that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go. So this player, I'm going to play as this player. I'm not going to do the other one. I just want to show you how it works. Do we need that? Yeah, we'll take that. I need 2 of those. I need 2 of these green bags here. No. If you don't want it, you just put it back down. But again, other players are doing this too, so it's not going to be that easy. And there might not even be stuff in here that you want because it's random. Want that. Want that. So I took my 3, then I'm going to come over here and I will take this. All right, so I'm first. They're going to take that, 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 and number 3, that, 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 and number 2. All right, and these tokens will just hang out because no one took them. All right, so now that's the first part of the gentleman side. Then what we're going to do is when we go to the next part of the phase for ladies, that's when they're going to go to stores and buy all that kind of stuff. But to finish, while they're doing that, their second part, in the second part here, the gentlemen, based in turn order here, so 1, 2, and 3, are going to try to fulfill these contracts. All right. So you can see down there's also gold ingots. If someone would have flipped over a gold ingot, they're wild. You can use those as any of these things. But I have number 1, and I'm going to fulfill this one. So I have 2 of these, and I have 2 of these. So I get 800 bucks from here. So I'll take the 800. Now I have 1300 because we started with 5. And I think I'm also going to do 50% off jewelry. So I'm going to take this card, keep it down here, and I'm going to get to use this at some point to get 50% off jewelry. Now I'm not 100% if that's all the time or not, so let me look that up real quick. Yeah, so that's forever. I get 50% off of jewelry, so that's cool. If I couldn't fulfill any contracts, which I'll show you here, I can take it and I can cash stuff in for money. So let's go ahead and we'll go to number 2. Can they do any contracts? They cannot. So they're going to keep this one, these, and they're going to sell this for 100. They're going to sell this for 100 because it's worth 100. So they get $100. So they're not doing very well. Again, I wasn't playing for them, so it's kind of unfair. But they're going to keep these 3 over. That'll give them more options later. And then this player, can they do anything? They cannot, but I think they're going to sell both of these cottons for 400 bucks because they're worth 200, as you can see on the market card right there. So they're going to get 200 bucks. All right, and that is what happens there. All right, now I want to show you how the ladies work, so kind of bear with me. I'm going to skip forward through some stuff, and I'm going to move the ladies over to this side so you can see it a little bit better.
A few moments later.
All right, so while the guys were doing all of that stuff, the gentlemen, not guys, while they were doing the picking up tiles and fulfilling contracts, the ladies are going to be doing their thing. So I've never played the lady side. So I read the rules and I asked Katie how it kind of works because she's played the lady side every time. So the way that this works is, what the ladies are going to do first is they're going to look at their hand of cards. We're going to play as this character, which is the character I was the gentleman for. And they have these 4 cards, okay? There's a card for clothes, jewelry, accessories, and servants. And it's going to tell you how many of those types of cards are going to come to your favorite boutique. So this player's favorite boutique is this one, all right? So they know, maybe they don't know this, but just as a random happenstance, they're going to put out this jewelry card. They're going to play it face down to their boutique. Because I get, and they don't know this, but I get a 50% off of jewelry forever. So that's pretty good to them. Then this player, we're just going to randomly pick one. Goes out. Then this player, we'll just randomly pick one. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip. So we'll go here. So put this card down in front of you. There we'll get 5 from the jewelry stack. So we'll take 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will go, boom, splay them. I believe you splay them. Kind of like this, okay? I don't know if that's exactly correct because, again, I haven't played this section, but I talked with Katie and I think that's what happens. They're going to do 5 close. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, splay them. And then this player is going to do 5 close as well. Okay? So we're going to have a whole pile of close. And we'll splay them. Right, like that. All right, so that's the first thing they're going to do. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to send their person out to one of the buildings using these tiles. So each of these tiles represents one of the 3 buildings. So I have my favorite one, which is this one. I have the one next to me, which is the Emporium, and then I have the one at the other end, which is the orange one here. So you're going to secretly put one of these in your hand, and then we're all going to reveal, and we're going to go to the store that we like. So let's just say I want to go to my own personal one. So I'm going to pick, which one am I? This one. So I'll go there. Again, this is in my hand. I'm just kind of doing this so we can see. They want to go here, and they want to go there. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to reveal, and we're going to go to the store that we want to go to. So we'll flip that. They're going to come to this one as well, which is good. And then they are going to go to that one. Okay. Now they're ready to do some things. If you're the only person that goes to a boutique, you can take all these cards that you want, and you can buy as many of them as, or you can pick as many of them as you would like to send to your gentleman to pay for. And now it's a good time to talk about what we want to do here. What we're trying to do is the gentlemen are trying to pay for a fancy dress for the lady to go to a ball. In order to get to a ball, you have to have a dress. And you're going to get points at the bottom based on the amount of stars. We're trying to get the nicest outfit as we can, which means the most stars, after the end of 6 rounds. So this, we're going to do this, everything I'm showing you here is going to happen 6 times. And at the end of the 6, we're going to have some stars we're going to try to score. Now, the tricky thing here is ladies can only have 2 types of designers. If you look right here, there's a blue designer. This one has the 2 other colors. There's pink and orange. A lady can only have items from 2 of the 3 designers. So at the end, if they mismanaged or the gentleman player didn't pay attention and you bought stuff that you didn't need, you have to discard it. So you really want to make sure that you're paying attention to that. Okay? So they go here. They want to try to get a dress because they really want their man to buy them a dress. And I think they're going to do this one just because it's not as expensive as the other one. So this is the card they're going to pick to send over to their gentleman. So they'll put it right there. The rest will go here. They could keep it, do another one, I guess. But they don't need another dress, so there's no point. So that's fine. Yeah, they'll just do this. All right. Now, if there's multiple players, what happens is, based on the order that your gentleman picked, so in this one, I think it was me as 1, they were 3, and they were 2. I believe that's how it was. So my lady would get to go first because I am number 1. So what happens now is they get to take all these cards, look at them, and pick one that they would like. So got a bunch of brooches, some tiaras, whatever that is. That's expensive, but they want this tiara here, so they're going to put that there. Then we go to the other player. They want to take the brooch. Yeah, they're going to take the brooch here. Then it'll come back to me. I can take another one if I want to. What did I pick? A tiara. I'll do one more. I'll pick a brooch. Go back to them. They don't want any more. I don't want any more. So they go down. So you have to keep going until everybody passes there. All right. Now, once that is done, then the ladies are going to pass their cards over to the gentleman. So I would pass. I'm just going to show them what'll happen for me. So I'll pass my cards over. Without talking, you can't really talk to the gentleman other than like, these are the items that I really like for you to buy me, deer or something like that. Then the gentleman's going to look at the cards and they're going to decide. They have 3 options. They can buy it outright. So I could pay $500 for this, give that to my lady. She now has that to go to the ball. Okay. Or if I just say, it's too expensive, I can simply just put it back to the bottom of the stack. No more questions. Done. Or I can put it in layaway, which means I take $100. I pay the $100. I give it back to the lady. She puts it face down in front of her, and next round she can pass it to me again to see if it's something I want to buy. But as it goes, she doesn't know this, I have a 50% discount on all this stuff. So it would be 750, we round up, so 800. I will buy all of that for my lady, because I have a pile of cash. I earned $800 that day at the stock exchange. So I will do that. I'll pass these back, and I'll say, my lady, you can have these to go with your fancy dress that I haven't bought you yet to the ball. And they'll go face up over here. Other players will do the same. So let's say they pass this over, 900. This player doesn't have 900. So they'll just pay 100. And they'll put it on layaway. So they'll say, this is, let's try again in another round. And then this player comes over, it's 500. They'll spend the 500 and they will buy it for the lady. So this one comes back over, face up. And that is that. All right. So that's the end of that. And that's the end of the round. So after all that happens, the ladies are going to take all their stuff back. So boom, boom, and boom. And all the cards that are left are going to get passed to the player to your right. So they'll go around. And then you're going, so it'll be this, 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 and this. So you're going to have new cards to play with. But any cards that are still out here are going to stay out there. They're going to add to the stuff that you can look at next time. All right, and you're going to keep doing that. One thing I didn't say is if, so this player, no one went to their preferred store. When that happens, they can take one item from there and send it to give it to their gentleman to buy at a 50% discount. Now they didn't want to do that because they just didn't, but that's an option that you have. Now the gentleman, any contract that didn't get fulfilled gets $100 to make it more tempting. And then we'll get a new contract out. Then we will refill. We'll keep any tokens that they have, they'll keep. We'll refill all this with 15. So we got, whoops, wrong way. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. And we're going to keep going like that through 5 more rounds. At the end of the 6th round, the ladies are going to compare their dresses. You have to have a dress to get into the ball. If you have a dress, you're going to see if you make sure you have maximum 2 designers. Count up your stars, all that stuff. Any contracts that the gentlemen fulfill that have stars will be added. So if this one was fulfilled, they'd have to be an extra star. And any servants that you have, which we didn't go over that much, will give you extra stars. So for example, Myrtle says, for every glove, hat, and boot you have, if you have a glove, a hat, or a boot, you get a star. If you have all 3, you get 3 stars. This player has Edwina. If you have one, I think it's 1 with 2 designers. I'm not sure. Again, I don't play with the females. So what is that? Edwina. If you have a card with 2 designers' names, 1 elegance point, or if you have 2 cards with or more with 2 designers, you get some points. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So they're trying to get multiple designer cards. And then this player has a 2+ jewelry. You get 1, 4 or more jewelry. You get 3. And again, the only stipulation is you can't have more than 1 thing in the ball. So I can't wear 2 tiaras because, I mean, come on, who would do that? That's crazy. So then whoever has the most points is the winner. And that is a quick, probably sloppy rundown of how you play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the top, see what we think about it.
There's excitement in the air, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, well, that was ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk about the components a little bit and all that, just because I want to. So these components are really cool. So there's a little divider in front of you, kind of to separate the ladies from the gentlemen a little bit, just so you can tell who's on team. And it kind of acts as a divider, like a worker placement spot where the ladies can go to say they want to go shopping at that store. And they're different art on this side. So that's the ladies store side. This is the stock exchange side. Doesn't matter, but it's a cool little touch. My favorite art component is the art on the servants. It's adorable. All these servant cards are just really cute. Different art. They're just really cute. They all have different names. I like it a lot. Fantastic. Actually, they might not all be different. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. Some of them share same art, but I mean, they all have different names and stuff. So I guess there's 3 poses. So still, it's cute 3 poses. I really like the money. It's paper money, which is kind of annoying, but it needs to be, because the gentlemen had to put it face down, so the ladies don't know how much money they have. They can see you have some money, but they don't know. Like if you put it face down, you're not gonna be able to see what's on the other side. The cards are really nice quality. Lays out everything really nice graphically. Money, designers, how many stars it is, what it is here. It doesn't give you an icon for that other than the fact that it's jewelry. So you got to say, hey, I already have one of these brooch things. I can't wear another one just because, you can't have a couple multiples. Like you can't wear 2 tiaras. That's just silly. These tiles are real thick for the gentleman stuff. And they're going to be handled quite a bit because you're going to be flipping and all that kind of stuff. So you want them to be kind of thick so they don't get worn out. And I like these little lady pawns. They all look the same, they look nice. And every lady also has these cool cardboard that represent the pieces. I like all that. Rule book is great. Even comes with this awesome rule summary, which tells you what you're doing around. That is great. So if someone can just be guiding everybody through that, that helps a lot. Rule book also breaks down all the servant cards, all the iconography on the contracts. I enjoy that. And if you're playing as an odd number, so like, someone's not going to have a team, there's even a variant in a whole deck of cards that we've never tried called the courtesan. And that player's trying to, I don't even actually know what they're trying to do, but they're trying to win somehow by using all of the gentlemen. And I don't know how that works, but I know it's in there as a whole deck of like gossip cards that you can use, which is cool. Now, let's talk about the game. So this is an interesting game. It is effectively a party game, I think. But it has a lot of rules. It's asymmetric. It's gamery. And it feels super satisfying when you're done playing it like you played an actual game. So while it plays up to 10 players, I don't think this is going to be a game that you're going to want to play with someone who's never played a lot of games before, because there's a lot of rules, a lot of overhead. There's a lot of different terms like set collection that we're going to be doing. The passing of the cards to the right is interesting. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that I think that if you've never seen in a game before, busting this out to some people who've never played would be a little overwhelming. Now, that being said, if you've got a group of gamers who play a lot of games and they want to look at a game that's silly and dumb fun, and you have 6 guys, you want to have a game of ladies and gentlemen where 3 guys are playing the ladies, 3 guys are playing the gentlemen, or you have married couples, so the ladies want to be the gentlemen, the guys want to be the ladies. Just have some fun, get into some role playing, because we played one game of this, and our friend and his wife, they were doing the trading a card, seeing if they could buy them. And you can't talk, like you can't say, I really need this because I need, a dress to go by points. You can't do something like that, but you can say, oh, husband, I've been looking at this in the window for 3 days now, which is around, and I'd really love this. And they can say, no, woman, it's too expensive, and stuff like that. Or, because I love you, maybe we can try again next time. That kind of thing. You can just do a little bit of role playing as the characters. It's fun, it's silly, and it makes the game, I don't know, the game's already cool, but it makes the game a little bit more silly and fun when everybody's getting into the character and having a good time. Yeah, the roles are kind of sexist, but I think that's what it's leaning on. That's what it's playing with. It's like tongue-in-cheek. Just, this is how it used to happen back in the day. And I don't know what the time period is, but let's see if it says. Doesn't look like it says in here when it happens, but I don't know. It looks like they're still working at, I don't even know. It's old. 1920s, 1900s, 1800s, I don't know. So it's just what happened back in the day, though. Women would go to balls, the husbands would work to send them the good clothes. They're just kind of playing on that theme. Again, it's not trying to be like controversial. It's just a silly game that you can play as partners. Who cares? I want to be the lady side. I've never gotten to play the lady side. We played this 3 or 4 times, and I'm always the gentleman because I know how to play it and I can teach the gentleman side. So Katie knows how to play it. She teaches the lady side. So it makes it smoother that one person is not trying to teach everything. And that, that is probably the best way that this game is going to work. Get someone who's good at playing the gentleman side, someone who's played the lady side for, and they can teach that side. The other player can teach this side, because it's like teaching two games at one that come together and merge to try to have a successful game and win. So all that being said, this is a fantastic game. It's been on I don't think it's in our top 100, but it's been in our top 200 for a couple years now. We don't play it a ton because, not everybody wants to play it. It's hard to get the exact number of people. You don't want to play it at 10. You don't want to play it at 4. So you're looking at like 6 or 8. Then you got to find a table that everybody can sit around, because the gentlemen are all doing their thing at the same time. It's hard to get played, but I love playing it. And all that being said, BGM accepted. 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, from Libelude. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.